So, last time y'all were having a squabble with the new orc rogue that had appeared on the ship. He was querying as for the loot. He lost the persuasion fight with Jordan, Carter the Mad, and he now works for some odd percent of the loot, right, Jordan?
No, we decided that he can either help us or jump off the ship.
All right. Never mind then. So he can either help you or jump off the ship. And he's decided to help y'all. I do remember that he agreed to y'all's terms. As y'all were fighting, Thumbelina, with her massive perception, was able to notice that there was some Nagas around y'all. In the time that she said that there was something around, your bard made his way to the back of the ship with the rotating ballista. However, the rest of you were unable to make an action as you are previously engaged with something. So we stopped right at needing to roll initiative. So everyone, roll 1d20, and I will do the rolls for Brandon and Christina.
Oh.
All right, Thumbelina got an 18.
I rolled a 16, but I have a +4 to initiative for a total of 20.
All right, so you rolled a 20. Where's my initiative button? Here we go.
Where the fuck is initiative?
Just roll a d20.
I did.
Oh, yeah, you rolled a 4.
Yeah.
It's Red's turn to get the low rolls.
That's right.
Yeah, whatever helps you sleep at night.
And Jordan got a 20. And then the orc rogue, Keth, he got a 9. And then Thumbelina got an 18.
Yes.
Actually, let me open up y'all's character sheets too, so that way I have them on here. All right, Keth. Oops.
Spawned an extra Keth in the middle of the water.
I did.
Leave him there.
He has a twin brother that's about to get run over by the ship. Keel haul, bitch.
Right. Okay, now I see what's going on there. Delete this one. All right, and then Carter, Thumbelina, Keth, and Gromley. So I got them all in there. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Nagas. Did I do that right? No. Maybe like that? No. Well, whatever. I guess that works. All right, give me a second to throw this initiative in there, guys.
Yay, I go before all of them.
That's right.
It's usually the other way around.
Mm-hmm. Don't really think your fire blast is going to do too good in water, bro.
Hey, I still got Magic Missile and fucking Ray of Frost.
Yeah, you've also got grass too. I would think about using it. And being
Oh, I've been
honest.
thinking about it.
He asked me last time if it would have any effect, and I told him it would summon seaweed or kelp.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Actually, I figure, hell, if that shit grows fast enough, they could get their asses tangled up in it and drown.
It's an instant growth.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any preference for how things play out? Yeah, absolution. One of them is going to look out the new glowing token. We're looking at the experience that are in each of these pods.
Almost done here, guys.
That their lack of experience might not get them through as runners tonight. I don't think so. I'm the mentor and I'm going to work as, again, like a unit, you know.
I also need to get Belisarius up here too, because he's actually on the he's on the ballista.
And I would like to make it an assumption that after figuring out what the wand does, Carter would have equipped it in place of the crossbow.
Yeah, you can do that.
There can only be one winner, though. What happens if it's the two of them? Well, then I win because one of them comes to champion and absolution becomes the champion. Come on, guys.
Let him. No.
Alright, Belisarius rolled a 6.
God damn it, Carla.
I mean, she could write her own ticket, man. That's like when the
I've been wondering what the fuck
All right.
shit was
Carter.
behind me because I was looking at it through my computer screen. I thought I was my fucking ghost and shit.
All right. So, Carter, this is your show, man.
Okay, is the drow still tied up?
No, he has been untied.
He's been untied, so he's just kind of been wandering around the ship with us, getting to know us, shit like that.
He's kind of been babbling amongst himself, but yeah, for the most part.
Okay, I want to have an interaction with the drow right here.
Okay.
In Abyssal, I'm going to tell him that the Nagas are here. Tell him that they are going to take him away if he does not help us fight them. And I'm going to ask him if he wants revenge on them.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I don't think he'll even need to roll some sort of constitution or wisdom against fear, because I think he's pretty confident with you guys. What do you want him to do? Think of him as a pet.
I'm going to give him my crossbow and bolts so that he can shoot at them.
Right on. And I believe in 5e, that's just your movement doing all that, so you should still be able to make an attack.
Okay. Let's see, are any of them in range of my magic missile?
Check on the ruler on the left side of your screen, and you can click and drag.
45, 55, 55.
Bro, if I could make a suggestion, I'd be attacking the one that's going to attack us first.
Mm. Yeah, but I also need to know who's close enough to me to attack.
Yeah.
Let's see. Because magic missile does have a limited range.
That it does.
Which is 120 feet.
So, I mean, really,
So I can hit pretty much any of them.
yeah, you can hit any of them.
I think I'm going to go after this one that's right down here. Let me see if I can.
Yeah.
Nobody is using me.
And I am going to hit him with lethal here. If I can get that much damage.
How much damage?
First roll hits for 8.
All right.
Second roll hits for 7.
That one is dead.
All right.
You can target another one
Yeah.
if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to send the third one at the one that's coming up from the south here.
Like right below.
Yeah, the one that's basically directly south of us.
All right.
That one right there.
Yeah. And that one hits for 6.
All right. That guy is maimed but still alive.
Mhm. And I have used one of my spells for level 1.
Okay. And you're level 2 now, so you get to cast like 4 or 5 times now, right?
I get a total of 3.
3. Okay.
So I can cast Magic Missile 2 more times.
Let me zoom out real quick. All right. Thumbelina, it is your turn.
The only attack I have is my javelin.
I can go and check and see if you have any offensive spells. I don't think you do, though.
I don't.
There is that second ballista.
There is that second ballista. Do you want to go after that second ballista?
What is it? Is it kind of like a mounted crossbow?
Yeah.
Yep.
With unlimited
Yeah.
ammo to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over and mount on that second ballista.
All right. So I'm going to have you on that ballista. And you're going to... I'm going to assume you're going to try and make an attack with it, right?
That one directly below me.
The one that I wounded.
Yeah, that one right there.
Okay, cool. All right, hold on. Carter.
Mhm.
Or Red, either one of y'all, if y'all know. How hard is it to winch ballista?
Usually they have like a rotary tool that makes it relatively simple to pull it back.
Okay.
Kind of like how high-end crossbows, they have the 2 hooks that you put on the string, and then you just wind up the thing.
Yeah. Okay.
A ballista would have that.
You know, I had done all this crap, and then I forgot to make an attack for the ballista.
Well, I would say a direct hit is probably lethal.
Yeah. So
Oh,
then,
yeah.
so then let's just do a D20 to hit then.
Do I need to roll that?
There, I can.
I'll do it. I'll do it for her. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and change my persona to them in chat, so that way it'll come up underneath them.
14. 7. I like the first roll better.
I know. So Thumbelina, you're gonna winch up that ballista. You're gonna shoot. You're gonna miss.
Damn it!
I know. But I made a big splash, and that Naga now has disadvantage. Not because of the splash,
Okay.
but because a giant ballista bolt just went flying by it. All right, next turn. Naga. It's a lot of Naga in this next round.
Hopefully one of them's the one I killed.
Actually, yeah, let me remove this one from the field because it's dead. All right. So the Naga on the southwest with the bow.
I just realized something. We didn't
What's
give
up?
initiative for the drow.
Oh, you're right. We didn't. Let me add that in there. Thank you.
God, it'd be nice if he had a 13 or a 15. Sweet!
He got a 13. And he has a crossbow now because I gave him mine.
With the bolts.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So right now, this Naga, they're still in the water, so they're not quite able to harry you.
How many ounces is that, Michael?
It's going to make a move of 40 feet towards the back of y'all's boat. And it's going to end its turn right there. Next Naga after that one is going to be right up here. See it, y'all?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. This Naga also has 40 range of movement. So it's going to move right up by where that drow is. And hold on, let me pull this up. Now this guy, this Naga, is going to cast Darkness at the
Fuck.
drow. It's a magical darkness. Verbal, semantic, concentration. So I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that's a wisdom saving throw on the drow, right?
I think so.
And that's a d20 on wisdom. Let's give him +2 to wisdom. All right. He is going to save from that darkness. Let me get my drow buddy up here in the right queue. There we go. So the next Naga, it's going to be this one down here. It's pretty wounded. I'm going to give this guy, let's see, 25 feet, then to scale, let's say, that gives him 15 feet. Yeah, it's a good amount. All right, this Naga down here, he is wielding a sword. He is now mounted onto y'all's boat, and he is backed by your ballista guys.
Damn it!
He is going to turn. He's going to do a attack towards the halfling. He doesn't beat your armor class, Christina, so he's going to swing and miss. Next turn.
Yay!
We have the drow now. Carter, this is basically like an extra turn for you.
I guess we're gonna have him shoot this one off to the right.
Actually, hold on. Let me give you control over this guy. Alright, you have control over him now, so you can move him and do as you see fit. He has 30 range of movement. And he's got standard array for stats. High points in intelligence, wisdom, and charisma.
Well, I don't think he's going to want to approach the one at the back, so I think he's just going to want to shoot this one that's off to the right here, since it's the one closest to him that's kind of approaching in.
That one? Okay.
Yeah.
Is Brandon asking a question? Okay. You still have the crossbow lined up, or do you want me to just do a roll 20 for it?
I have the crossbow thing right here, but if I click it, will it also, like... Okay, I don't think it takes any of my stuff into account, does it?
It might.
19 to hit. Damage is 9.
All right. So this one took 9 damage. It is bleeding out into the water. Go drow. Drow, as he hits this Naga and bloodies it severely, is now starting to get ecstatic and very, very happy. The next Naga's turn is down here straight to the west of the boat. It's going to go ahead. Let's see what it's got. 30, 40. All right, so this one is going to take 40 movement to the side of the boat, and it's going to take a pot shot at the tiefling sorcerer that you can kind of barely see, so it's going to have disadvantage on it.
Hi.
And it's going to take disadvantage for the 2. Red, you're sitting there, you're watching everything happen, and an arrow is going to go flying from behind you past your head into the ocean.
That son of a bitch.
So he's got your attention now.
Yeah, he does.
Next Naga's turn. Up here at the top. This is another... Alright, so it can do 30 feet, but not quite enough movement to scale. So this one, what it's going to do, it's going to get right up to the side of the boat. And I'm going to have it cast Fairy Fire. If I can remember how to spell this so it pulls up in my tags. There we go. And it is going to cast Fairy Fire at the tiefling. So what I want you to do for me,
Fire resistant.
it's not like a fire that's going to hit you. So it's not a damaging fire. What it does is that you're basically going to become outlined and illuminated if you do not pass a dexterity saving roll. So what I want you to do is open up your character sheet, and on the left, you're going to click on the +2 to do a roll.
I don't have a +2 on dexterity.
Oh, I was looking at Carter's, but whatever your dexterity is.
That's a 7.
Okay. It had a really shitty spellcast. I was really expecting this Naga fight to be a lot harder. But so you're kind of mopping it around.
Only one of them made it to the boat.
Right. So he's gonna cast Fairy Fire at you, and it's you're gonna see this giant globule of purple greenish flame go flying, and just like the arrow, it's gonna miss you.
He's lucky it doesn't fall back down on himself making a horrible roll like that.
Right? He was one away from doing that.
Yeah.
Brandon, Keth, our orc rogue from Oblivion. It is your turn. Let me give you a reminder of what you got going on. Your equipment. You have a short sword, you have a short bow, and you have 2 daggers that can be thrown as well. You do not know any
My dagger.
spells. So
Can I dual wield daggers, or
you
are they
can
just
dual
purely
wield the
throwing
daggers. They're not purely throwing daggers. They're versatile. You can dual wield them. You can you can throw them.
I want to leap off the kind of jump on the mast and then jump towards the one on the back and try to stab it in the back with both daggers.
All right. So I'm gonna do for you is I'm going to do a dexterity or acrobatics roll for you.
$10 says I just trip and fall down on the ground.
No, you beat my imaginary DC.
Mhm.
So you're a big guy. I'll give that to you. And you're going to do an attack. Damage, 1 damage hit with attack advantage on the attack roll. And finesse must use a ranged weapon. Roll 2 damage incapacitated. Let's do melee. That's 2d4 plus 3. Damn. Target within. So let's do let's do this. And then I'll just manually add the damage on. Alright, so you with an 11 on your D20 against its armor class, you barely pass. So you're gonna jump off, you're going to hit that Naga in the back, because he is actually facing Thumbelina, Christina, trying to stick a sword in her. And then I'm gonna give you an extra.
He's sleeping.
Well, that Naga was already wounded and disoriented.
Yeah. And since you have a sneak attack on that, you get to roll another damage. So you're gonna do a total of 10 damage against that Naga. And since it was already wounded, that thing is dead. Dead.
It's-
You're going to slit. Normally you'd slit people by the front of their throats. You're gonna slit this guy on the back of his neck, and he's gonna bleed down in his back because he's a snake, and he's gonna sit there and slither and die.
We have food on
Can
the
we
deck.
skin him?
Can you
Can we
what?
skin him?
You can skin him. Just remind me.
Can I eat his gallbladder
I mean, you can make
right
a
now?
comment.
If you rolled a nat 20, you could.
Remind me that there are corpses that y'all want to skin aside from loot.
I think as long as they're on the deck, we can get them. But the ones that are out in the water, I think they just sink.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty fucked situation. All right, so this guy's dead. I'm gonna leave him there so I don't forget there's a corpse on the boat. Belisarius Silvertongue. He is going to make a ballista shot. He's gonna shoot at the one that's right out here in the distance. And it's an instant kill if you hit with the ballista. And he hits with the ballista. So this thing out here is instantly
Fuck yeah, it's instantly killed.
So it's nice big ballista through the chest. It's just going to explode in gore and kind of sit there and writhe for a little bit. Gromley, the glory hole. I mean, Glorious, it's your turn.
All right. DM abuse.
It's better than dice abuse.
This one time at Sword Camp.
Well, personally, I'm going to go ahead and cast me a magic missile. This one right here that took a pop shot at me.
Right on. He just needs to click on magic missile, right, Carter?
Yeah.
All right. So just go to your spells,
Yeah.
and then yeah, you got it. You might have to turn edit off. It looks like you got edit on.
Oh, snap. My bad.
There you go. Now when you click it. Wow.
He did. He did.
Yeah. And that's
Like I said,
that's his first damage, right, Jordan?
Looking at that number, I think it might have rolled all 3 damage dice at once. Because remember, it was doing that for me too originally. Then we had to fix the dice.
It did roll that. It did roll all of them. But you know what? So you're going to send 3 magic missiles out. They're going to fly really sexily along the hull of the ship, and they're going to pierce that Naga, and it's going to have 3 holes in its body, and it's going to die as well.
All right.
I imagine some like Assassin's Creed bow shit, you know, like a little zoom camera. And then the Naga that died, it was its turn, but it doesn't have a turn anymore. So I'm gonna remove all these dead Nagas in the water because those are irrecoverable. That one's alive. This one's barely alive. This one's alive. Carter, it's your turn again.
Okay. I'm going to use Magic Missile again. First one I'm going to target is the one that our drow friend shot.
Over here on the right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Hits for 7 damage.
All right, it's dead.
Okay. Next one is going to target the one over here by Glory Hole.
Okay.
Seven damage.
All right. It is half dead.
And same target. 8 damage.
It is dead. Just like the one that Bromley took care of. Just 2 bolts this time. Just gonna go right through it. Its corpse sinks beneath the waves. There is only a single Naga left.
It should be pretty fucking scared right now.
It should be scared. It's Thumbelina's turn.
Thumbelina, blast that bitch with the ballista.
Nope. Use your rope.
Do I have a rope in my bag?
Oh shit.
What
Okay.
the fuck?
Let it take you for a ride.
For a ride.
Rope this bitch full speed ahead.
Hey, no, it might not be a bad idea to have a hostage.
Ooh.
I
Hey,
mean,
we can find out.
Dungeons
If
and
you
Dragons,
do,
think outside the
Hey.
box.
hey, Christina, if you do rope him, maybe we can get that motherfucker to talk to find out why he took the drow above ground and where he did come from.
And look
Yeah.
at
Since I'm on the
y'all.
back of the boat anyway, if he tries to pull her under, I could just kind of grab her foot and pull her back up along with the Naga too.
Yeah.
All right, what do you have in your bags, Thumbelina? Let's see. For some reason, the edit is on. Let's take the edit off. Javelin,
Oh,
scimitar, dueling, great weapon fighting, lay on hands. You should have a backpack, but I don't see it. You have a priest's pack. What's in the priest's pack? I don't think there's rope in there. Alright, let's see what's in the priest's pack. You don't have anything to lasso this Naga, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
damn it!
I mean, now that y'all have talked about maybe having a hostage, I haven't even thought of that idea. You can still continue to try and kill this Naga, or you can.
Or you could ask for one of us to toss you their rope.
Or hold on for a second. I mean, we're on a ship. Ships have rope all over the fucking place. Surely there's a rope lying around on deck.
All right, you know what? All right, I'll allow that. But I think it would be proper to have maybe a perception check. See if she notices any rope near her.
Do it.
Or we could say there is rope because she's by the ballista, and we can do a dexterity check.
I would say the dexterity check, just because rope is all over the place on ships.
All right.
They
Is that
probably have one
how
near
you-
the ballista for boarding actions anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Christina, you want to try and rope this Naga?
I would like to tie the rope to the arrow of the ballista, so once it pierces, I can drag it back
Well, here's the
I'm-
thing.
We're trying to
It'll be
take
an
it
instant.
alive,
The
Thumbelina.
ballista is instant kill.
We're trying to keep it alive.
Oh, okay. Then I'm going with my original one and trying to lasso that bitch and pull her on.
Well, also hold on
Alright,
one
yeah.
more second here. Something that we need to consider. We've already seen these Nagas can use magic. Do we really want to try and hold a live one, knowing that they can use magic spells?
We've got 2 wizards who throw fire. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, but if that
Really big
Naga
orc.
throws fire and sets the ship on fire, we sink.
Yeah, and I throw acid splash. So we damn sure don't want my shit eating
Mhm.
acid hole.
I mean, it sounds like Christina wants to lasso it.
Hey, what about what kind of spells do you have, Christina?
She
None.
has divine sense, lay on hands, and then she has divine smite.
What about lay on hands? What does that do?
That's a healing spell.
It's a healing spell.
Fuck.
The Diane Wilkerson spell.
She also has cure wounds, purify food, and drink.
What kind of water? Hey, this is seawater, right?
Mhm.
So if we go over and have her purify ocean, no, they don't breathe through gills. Never mind.
All right.
I was gonna say you purify the water around it, turns it into fresh water, and they'll fuck it up for a whole hot minute.
All right. I did this saving throw against its AC, so that's not exactly the rule, but I'm just gonna kind of like, I don't really know how to do this situation. So I'm gonna say that it is successfully lassoed. It is going to spend its turn now, and it's going to try and unlasso itself. Because now it has a turn before you guys, before y'all can start to help her pull this thing up.
Come on, Natty 1. No, not you. I meant Natty 1 on that. On the Naga.
Let's give him since he's all fucked up, let's do a roll 1d20. Let's give him -5. Wow. Okay.
Fuck.
Nat 20.
It rolled a natural. I that's not dice abuse. I'm sorry, guys, but this Naga is out of the lasso, and it is going to try and start getting the fuck out of Dodge.
Oh, hell no.
Don't let it get away, guys. I'm just gonna tell y'all right now, because the DM's gonna have fun if you let this thing get away.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It is now the Drow's turn.
Yeah,
Shoot that bitch.
I think that's what we're gonna do. Is Drow wants to shoot that motherfucker.
Use
He
the
Drow's
can-
already
ballista.
excited.
your Drow can move to where the ballista are.
Mm-hmm.
You can't use them because they're already manned.
Well, he wants to use the crossbow.
All right, then you can move him to the back of the boat, and then you can do a crossbow roll for him.
All right.
I was really hoping we'd see a prostitute out here, like throwing some action at these Nagas or something.
See, and I think that on the last roll, it might have taken my +2 to dexterity into account, so I'm just gonna roll the dice manually on this.
No, just let him keep it because he already has a +2 to dex.
Oh, okay. 11 to hit.
11 to hit beats its armor class, 10
10
piercing
damage.
and 10 damage is exactly its health. So it is
Wow.
shot in the back, center. The Drow cackles maniacally as the Naga slithers and withers and bleeds out and then sinks beneath the ocean's depths. Combat is over.
Carter
Can I
goes over to the
purify
Drow and gives him a high five.
Congratulations. I don't know how y'all fucking managed to do it. I shouldn't have taken out those extra Naga probably, but I think y'all managed to kill all those Nagas without taking a single point of damage. So y'all are looking like a pretty successful pirate crew.
Yeah, considering that we honestly didn't take any damage at all. None of us did.
None of us got hit. The only ones that came close
Can
to
I
getting hit.
purify the sneaky thing to eat it?
Hey,
Well, let's
It's food.
skin it first.
Yeah.
She
And
just
let me eat
wants
the
to-
gallbladder.
she just wants to grab the tail and start fucking munching on its ass.
We need to search it first, see if there's any kind of information or items on it. That's the first thing we need to do. Search the corpse.
Hell yeah! What kind of weapons? Gold.
Information.
So it has a long sword on it, and it doesn't really have any pockets or anything else. So that's about it. It is female, so it's got some scaly Naga tits, but I mean,
I call
Hey,
the tits.
Keth.
I call it tits.
Oh, I think we know what Keth's about to do.
Hey, Keth. It seems like you killed it. You earned its sword. How about it?
It's you.
What?
You get the sword. Because you killed it.
Okay. That's good with me.
I'm gonna let you know that there is.
Is it a one-handed or two-handed?
It is a one-hander. It is a short sword.
Oh, you said it was a long sword.
Is it a long sword or a short sword? What did I say earlier?
Long sword.
Long sword.
The long sword. It is a one-handed long sword. It has got this curvy, waved edge, and it's this dark green hue, and it seems to be glowing slightly.
There you go.
Did you pull it out of right Atman?
Can I run a perception check on the sword? You
Um,
notice it? Like it's cursed or anything?
that would be more like an Arcana check.
Oh, yeah, that.
Um,
Might want one of us to do that since I think me and Red
Yeah.
probably have bonuses.
all right, so
Let's go with that
Well,
route.
let's see who's
I've only got a +1 in Arcana, so
y'all
Red might have a
are
higher
free
one.
to move around. Y'all are free to move
Arcana.
around.
I've got +6.
Yeah, let Red ID it then.
Hey, hey, Keth. You want me to check this shit out to see what it does for you?
Yeah, I've been burned by magic items before. It's a long story. Here you go.
All right.
Yeah, we know. This is coming from the guy that fucked a demon and found himself on a ship in the middle of nowhere.
And then pulling for the
Fuck
tits
yeah,
and all
naked.
that.
But hey, how's this sound? I help you next time I call for a helping hand. You jump on it, no questions asked. Deal?
You got it. Just don't make it too embarrassing.
All right, it's a deal.
16
+6.
+6. So what you're going to notice about this sword that it is enchanted with venom.
Well, fucking duh, it's shiny.
It is shiny, but this venom is not your average poison touch. You can guesstimate that if this had actually cut Thumbelina, it would have done a lot of damage and just poison. And from this, you can kind of also guesstimate that that's how these seemingly weak Naga that you just killed overpower the ships that they try to take.
You want Dada to make a bottle?
They can get on board and they can poison the people,
Yeah.
retreat, do some sort of guerrilla. You also will think that their bows probably would have had the same enchantment, and their arrows would have fucked you up too.
Well, let's just be happy we didn't get touched by anything. Not
I
even.
know, I'm so pissed right now. None of y'all got fucking hurt. All right, so let me.
Hey,
while
Keth, good job on your nice find.
Thank you.
I'm gonna let y'all do the whole skinning. I'll let kind of Jordan. Do you think you want to order the rolls for doing that while I make his sword a handout real quick? Like what kind of roll they would need to do to skin or whatever.
Probably survival.
So whoever
Oh
wants to
shit,
try it,
dude!
go
I've
ahead.
actually got real good on survival. What does that fall under? Survival +4, and my wisdom is at a 14. So that's 15 plus my 4. I'm at a 19.
Well, if you clicked on survival, it automatically factors in that +4.
Okay, I'm at a 15.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Ooh.
I mean, You rolled a 15, so I mean, give me a second, and I'll tell you what you got from it.
2 weeks worth of food. And a Naga hide.
For your little Naga rug for your captain's cabin.
No. I skinned him. I want a Naga cape. That bitch is waterproof. Think about it. That come in handy.
Well, I think in this case you have the hide, but you would have to do some kind of craft check to turn it into a cape.
Yeah.
I've got a survival pack. I can see what I got. Explorer's pack.
Well, you'd probably have to do something like a craft item check clothing.
Well, hold on. Red actually has a pretty unique background that might give him perks for this. Okay, so basically this is what happens if you get poisoned by this sword. You will take the sword's damage, and then at the beginning of your turn, you will take 1d10 damage.
That's a lot of damage for one weapon.
Yeah.
These
Bring on the
are
dragon.
underdark creatures that you're dealing with. Hopefully Jordan can
Does the
appreciate
poison
that.
affect the Naga?
Does the poison affect the Naga? I would say so.
Alright. So pretty much if it can pierce, it can kill.
Yes.
Anything?
Yes.
Nice.
Unless something were to specifically have like a resistance to poison or constitution against poison. So I've given you, it should be in your journal that you have this handout called the Naga Spite Longsword. So before we go into too much, I'm going to open up your character sheet. I'm going to add you a longsword real quick.
Why the fuck can't I just be
Okay,
left to do shit that I had planned?
What?
Why do people always have to butt their way into my shit?
Who?
I didn't
You're
do it.
fucking mother.
Don't tell her to fuck off.
Tends to work if you tell people to fuck off.
Just be like, it's 11 o'clock at night. I'm sleeping.
We're busy.
Well, no, not that. Like, we've been saving milk cartons to build. The kids are going to build an igloo this summer. We've been saving the milk cartons. She just sent me a picture that I can't download saying, we should bring all those milk cartons down to my shop and build this. Like, she always fucking does that.
Just tell her no, we got other plans.
I really weren't expecting y'all to do this. So you rolled a 15 on survival. That's actually exactly what I was going to my DC, my difficulty check for maximum output. So you're going to get a fine Naga skin. And so, I mean, you skin snakes in real life. I can't imagine what that's like, but you can. So you
It's a lot of fun.
Oh, this Naga, just for reference, is about 9 feet long.
Oh, fuck yeah. I've got plenty of cape material. I've got a full-blown cape out of this bastard.
Yeah, make sure you put the boobs on your shoulders.
Hey. That's what I rest my head on for pillows.
And I mean, if y'all want to eat Naga meat, I can give you a random amount.
Hey, we've got her Thumbelina here to purify it, so we're going to damn sure eat it.
At a 9-foot Naga, that should make at least 2 weeks worth of food.
And especially if it's 9 foot long.
Maybe 3 weeks.
Well, yeah, Thumbelina is little.
I'm stupid at math. 12 times 3.
12 times 3.
36.
Think of it like
36.
You have successfully gained 36 pounds of fine Naga meat.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
I think that'll last you a pretty good long while.
That
We
might
won't have to
that
eat-
might just make us to port.
Hell, fuck
Port of
yeah.
Brick.
I can't wait to get to Port of Brick. Oh. When do we get to sail through the water of wet?
Actually, it's gonna be the Swamp of Wet.
So now we're gonna have to fight gators too.
Yeah, you're gonna be some really
Shoulda,
slippery.
Liz.
All
Shoulda,
right.
Liz.
So, due to Beltaria Silvertongue's previous actions in the last game, he still has awareness of the direction they all need to sail. And if y'all are ready to raise anchor and move along, or if there's anything else y'all want to do before we move on to the next map.
You sure you don't want to make a lovely kelp salad for us?
Kelp salad.
We
Salad
didn't
go
need
with the
to.
Naga meat. If you say just to add, I mean that's a good thing though. I mean it's gonna taste like shit.
I mean,
You can eat it.
dude, it's food. I mean, if we don't have enough, now would be a damn good time to throw some up there.
Well, I mean, we're in the ocean. I can summon the kelp at any time.
Eh,
Damn it.
very true, Carter. Very true. All right, let's sail on. I've got no objection. We've lost Thumbelina.
All right. So this is actually good for me because I'm not sure how this is gonna happen when I move y'all on to the next map. So bear with me for a second.
Can we assume that while we're sailing, we're also going to include a long rest in this?
Let's do. Yeah, we can do a long rest.
Okay, during the long rest, I'm going to get my spell slots restored, and I'm also going to study the wand further.
All right. Do y'all see the next map? Has the map
Yes.
changed for y'all?
Yes, it has.
All right. You may position your characters on the boat as you see fit.
Okay, got to find where the boat went.
It's all the way at the bottom.
Okay.
Now it looks like our characters are kind of positioning themselves rather decently.
Yeah, that's just because me.
Oh,
You know what? Since he's overly bard sexual, let's put him on the bow of the ship.
yes.
I was about to say, I was thinking me and my drow buddy would be up at the bow.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're fucking drow. Hold on.
You also haven't spawned me yet.
Oh. Yeah. yeah,
Neither I.
Like the Kraken emerging from the sea, Ian Jackson attempt to take out Oscar.
All right.
Oh, that's really hot.
What?
Oh no. Oh, that is really hot. Hang on.
So
Hang on. Sorry, my
Last
computer
time-
died.
it's okay. Ooh, angry baby.
Where's the drow at?
I'm finding his token.
Okay.
I'm gonna upgrade his token since he's had a long rest with y'all and he's eaten some Naga meat and had some.
Can we call him the token drow?
I forget y'all can see me, so you can like see me sit here and be like, yeah, you can call him the token drow.
Yes, we can see you for a change.
The irresistible force making it very
All right. So Christina is back.
undefeated streak.
Yes. And
Yes.
Brandon's there with you.
WrestleMania.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is what's going on now. Y'all have sailed for a day at most. I would say it is probably around morning of the next day. You guys are going to learn from Belisaria Silvertongue that he thinks y'all are getting pretty close to Port of Brick. as the increase of small islands is starting to become more apparent. There is seagulls, birds, all these things flying around. So you guys assume that y'all are on your way there. The drow has spent some time cleaning himself up. He made himself comfortable near the front of the boat. He's been sitting there maintaining the crossbow that you gave him. If you allowed him to keep it, I'm going to say he's maintained it. Aside from that, he's been pretty much silent for most of the trip. He was really excited and kind of manic after slaying the Nagas. He wasn't very talkative after that, so now if you want to talk to him, you think it would be a good time. Belisarius has spent the entire trip up at the tip playing his lute. So y'all are in pretty good spirits. He's been singing "Fucked with an Anchor" by Ailstorm the whole time.
You know what? I'm in a good mood too. I want to pull out my bagpipes and join in.
Y'all are having such a good time, and y'all slayed those Nagas so expertly. I'm gonna go ahead and give all of y'all advantage on anything that you do for the next of the session. Basically, I've given y'all inspiration. So it's good to have bards and music. So what's going on now is what y'all see around you. You see islands much like the one that you found the drow on. They're all around you. You don't want to sail too close to any of them with your big ship because of aforementioned reefs. Reefs aren't on the map yet because y'all haven't sailed up to them. You just by now know that they're there. I'll put them down if it comes to it. But what y'all do see in front of you throughout the horizon is you're going to see torches placed on several of the islands leading you north.
Saying, did I find anything out studying the wand during the long rest?
So let's have you do a roll. Let's do another Arcana roll.
I swear if I roll another friggin' one on this.
You rolled twice.
4.
13. Since I'll allow the 2 rolls since you spent basically 2 long rests.
Wow. DM is good to you, not to me. I like it. Favoritism.
Well, hey, which one of us has been getting fucked by nat ones?
Hey, doesn't matter. That's the way the dice roll. You can't hate me.
Red, I will also allow you the same benefit for your magical items. Like I told Jordan, I am a fan of evolving magical items. So you can do Arcana for one of your items, or you cannot do anything at all.
One of my items? All right. I damn sure want to check out that other ring.
Okay.
Do you remember what ring I'm talking about?
The one that gave you
the amplified power one?
Amplified power for 1d6 weeks or 1d4 weeks.
Yeah.
Overpowered as fuck.
All
right. So shit. All right, let's do Jordan and then I'll do you.
All right.
Jordan, your grass wand that has so lovingly been able to summon patches of grass on the boat while you've been studying it and looking over it, kind of using it, seeing what you can do with it. You are going to have learned to shape this grass to take an object that you choose, or to take the shape of an object you choose within a 5 by 5 sphere. You know what I mean when I say that?
Yeah.
So you can basically make a grass sculpture. You can make a grass sculpture.
Dude, that'd be perfect distraction for Thumbelina.
Actually,
Seriously, like you can make it look just like Thumbelina while she's running the other way and attacking from the side. Stealth attacks.
Can I affect its density?
you can. Anything you can do anything with this grass within a 5-foot sphere. You can make it as dense or as sparse as you want. You can make the type of grass. You can have Bermuda. You can have Johnson. You can affect its color, its length, and you think with some more time, you might even be able to do some even more creative things with this.
Okay, so could I do something like have it summon a grass in the shape of a spear, dense enough to actually pierce something that ran into it?
Yes.
Sounds like we got barricades.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking more like a Viet Cong
mm-hmm.
bamboo stakes.
Ooh, sexy.
Red, your ring that you have been was it a ring or a bracelet? I think it was a
It
bracelet.
was the ring because the bracelet is the one that if you put on, you automatically think that your weapon turned into a giant poisonous snake.
Yes. So you did it on the ring that gave you the exorbitant powers. I don't know what kind of effect to give that. It's already kind of pretty strong.
Roll a random and find out.
See, I don't want to roll a random because then it'll add in some like wild effect to it. I want something to go along with it, what it's got. Let's say that Jordan, give me a reminder. What does amplify magic do?
Usually either increases duration or damage.
Okay, so if it increases duration or damage, then we'll say that while using this ring, it's going to give you +1 spell slot, so you can cast one more of your spells.
Ooh, sexy.
But remember, it's kind of like a Dragon Ball. As soon as you use this, you have its effect for 1d4 weeks, but then it's going to become inert for 2d4 weeks. So choose it well.
Yeah.
I
just like to
Christina. What's that? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I mean, I think it would have been interesting to see what you could have done with a natural 1 on your prostitution ring.
No, that's why I'm not gonna fuck that up.
It inseminates you when you use it.
No.
What the fuck? What was I doing? Keth and Thumbelina. What did y'all do on your day and a half of rest? Did y'all do anything? Did y'all train? Did you do anything at all?
I ate. I slept.
Maybe took a shit.
And I slept more.
What about you, Kath? What did you do?
Do I have any alcohol on me?
Let's see.
I believe the ship's bow did have alcohol.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, it had rum and ale, I think.
It had rum, ale, and wine. It had it had 2 barrels of rum, 2 barrels of wine, and 3 barrels of ale.
Don't drink it all, goddammit. That was going to be something that we sold.
He's like, what, a 7-foot tall orc rogue?
Yeah.
So is that what you spent your time doing?
No.
I mean...
Do I have to make an intimidate check again?
Let me do it this time. I'm the one with the horns.
It depends on if he's drunk or hungover. Like, I'm not trying to like force y'all to role play or anything right now, but it's like y'all are on a boat with a shit ton of loot and a bunch of crap going on.
And we've got this orc that's money and alcohol hungry with this drow that was all hyped up to kill those things, and now he's slum.
With a lawful.
Me and the drill.
And this drow is now my best friend.
Party.
Hey, I want you to know that she may be lawful, but we have not broken the law, and we are her friends.
Mhm.
Oh, and by the way, that fight that we just did was the climax of last times. So I mean, y'all still have another one to come into.
Woo-hoo. So,
But
what
like
did
I
you
was
do,
saying,
orc? What
Yeah,
did you do?
what did you do, Orc? What did you spend your time doing?
I may have drank half of the barrel of rum, and then gotten the drill completely shit faced and
That didn't.
passed
I
out a
might
little bit
explain
for
why
a
the
couple of
drow is
days.
sitting quietly at the front of the ship.
Okay, never mind.
Wonder how well this orc swims.
Let's see here, Keth. I'm gonna have you do a Constitution roll.
Okay.
You have a 10, so you have just enough composure after drinking all that to keep some sort of roguishly sense of okayness.
As long as he doesn't find chicken.
All right,
But
so,
we can tell that he's been drinking.
You can tell that he's been drinking. He disappeared down into the bottom of the ship where all the loot and everything is. He came back up. You didn't hear any clink. He doesn't look like he's carrying anymore, except he's got a heavy scent of rum about him, and he's slightly stained on the shirt.
That's tolerable.
Is that tolerable for you, Paladin?
Yeah, I mean,
He's not drank to the excessive amount.
mm-mm.
Thanks to his Constitution roll as a medium, he is not like coming out of the boat fucked up.
He's
As long
buzzed.
as
He's
he
good
doesn't
buzz.
piss me off, he's fine.
As long as he doesn't. What about you, Jordan? Do you have anything?
Nah, I don't particularly care about him. I want to have a discussion with the drow, though.
Yes. Is this a abyssal conversation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I think I'm the only one on the ship other than the drow that speaks.
The bard does have bardic inspiration for understanding languages, but he is not around. So you're gonna take your drow. You're gonna go underneath into the boat underneath with him.
Well, since no one else understands, I don't really think we have to.
Okay.
But I just figured we'd have the conversation.
Here's the thing. In chat, you can type /W and you can do Fjalmar, and you can do it to where I can see what you're telling him. So you can keep your compatriots here paranoid.
That's the plan.
Okay.
Well, actually, I'll just take it to Messenger with you.
Okay.
That way we don't have to worry about a miskey.
Right.
Alrighty. Well, it seems like the bard and I are still playing our lovely music while Thumbelina is just having the time of her life playing on what the hell ever. And the orc has come back feeling pretty good with a goofy ass green grin on his face.
Yes.
And it
Yes.
seems like our human sorcerer and our drow are just chatting away.
I think the sorcerer is trying to seduce the drow.
You know what? This is a perfect time. Since everybody is above deck, I'm going to take my whore below deck. Give me my whore, and we're going to go underneath.
All right, hold on. I'll give you. Let me answer him in Messenger real quick.
Oh no.
All right, your hooker. Let's see here. My library. Where are you at? There you are. There is your hooker.
Is it a male hooker?
It's a female. It takes on the race of the user. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a tiefling hooker, but she's going to be a tiefling.
Michael Kell said you look like you work at AT&T.
But
Can you pick my water
can I
up that you just
change-
knocked over?
can I change the race as needed? Like if I went over and I was going to sell her to a human for a night, I could do that.
You might have been able to if you had done an Arcana long rest on it.
Oh,
Oh.
gotcha. Okay.
DM's cruel.
All right. Well, screw it. I'm tiefling. She is too. Woo. Let's have fun.
Here.
And Drit's books did nobody any good, they said. I think it's really funny because if Eric was here, he would totally be like trying to eavesdrop so hard.
Well, if he was here, we would be down below decks.
Oh, she gonna fuck you up now, bitch. Ooh, she gonna fuck you
Now,
up.
if he was here, we would definitely be below decks on the opposite side of the ship.
What's up, Red? Red. We're almost
I
done.
apologize. I'm just now back.
No, you're good. We're almost done.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, how about we go ahead and
Yes.
get ready to go?
Me and Jordan just finished, and Eric is home, and he is asking about the game, so he might jump in on this.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, let's just go ahead and assume that I've finished with my hooker and I'm back up on top.
Do you want to go grab the computer shirt?
You have +2 to your charisma now for the next 24 hours.
Oh, sweet.
Because you fucked a hooker?
I want to be start sticking my dick in hookers in real life if that's all it takes.
Let's call it alpha male pride.
Fuck yeah.
So you got that +2. And we use the term hooker, but what we should probably use is like Lady of the Night or like Bath Maid.
Why do we not want to offend my magical being?
No, she's just really pretty.
But it's daytime.
I know, but I mean like she's upper class.
Ah.
This is
All
an
right.
ancient. This is an ancient ring from a forgotten empire.
Nice, nice.
So I'm gonna wait and see if Eric can get in.
What should I name her? Any suggestions?
I have a suggestion.
I don't like the smile on your face, so your suggestion is null and void. She says she had a suggestion, but I don't like the way she's smiling at the moment, so her suggestion is null and void.
I just messaged you.
Oh, God.
What is it?
I don't know. I don't speak Thumbelina.
I don't speak Thumbelina. All right, so Eric's not going to join us, so we're going to go ahead and move along.
I don't have no message from you yet.
Hang on, it's going.
Oh, there it is. Oh.
So, not necessarily battle stations, but everyone to your posts.
That was so wrong. I hope you're happy.
What is it? Put it in Roll20 chat.
We'll just say no.
I want to know. They're doing that to us because me and you were talking behind the corner.
See, where's a shady
No,
area on
it's-
deck? Because I'm assuming this has sails, so there should be a shady area somewhere.
Yeah, there is
Can
a
you
shady
guys
area.
computer charger?
Drow by him.
Actually, I figure
Don't
that
tell me
our drow
no.
buddy is going to be in the shade.
I wasn't asking you. I was asking Daddy.
All right,
Not
so I'm gonna put
you.
the Drow back here. Who's gonna man the helm? Unfortunately, Thumbelina is too short.
I'll take the helm.
All right, Thumbelina, what are you doing right now on the boat?
Want her to watch the ballistas? I mean, she did get.
I was gonna. Yeah. I was gonna be up on the eagle's nest.
All
I
right,
think that's what that's called.
Crow's nest.
The crow's nest.
close enough.
Scouting to see what I could see.
All right.
Let's see a C.
So have you dismissed your prostitute?
Nope. I won't keep her on deck.
All right. So she's going to be on the deck. She's going to be ignoring everyone else. She's just going to be looking pretty, patrolling.
She's just gonna be hanging out with me.
Keth, Brandon,
Can you-
what are you doing?
I'm about to go get a pull-up.
He's going to get the toddler a pull-up so she doesn't piss in my bed.
All right. I'm gonna
I
go
think
ahead
he meant, what are you doing on the ship?
and- That's what I mean,
He's passed out in the corner.
okay. So he's passed out over here. Thumbelina isn't. Carter, where are you?
I guess I'm all right with her out there since the bard's up on the bow. I'm just going to be kind of keeping an eye over the sides, looking for any more Nagas or whatever.
Okay, so you're going to be actively searching?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So,
Roll a perception check.
I tried so hard to get the dynamic lighting to work in this because what I wanted to do,
What did I do?
You're passed out.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I was hoping that like half of this map would take y'all into like
No, baby, you gotta go to bed.
so I can use these torches for light. So I'm gonna need y'all to imaginate with me for a minute. Y'all spend the day sailing through these islands. Oops. Sorry, Bromley. I almost sent you into the abyss.
Ouch.
So
No,
y'all
dear.
spent the day. Y'all have sailed about probably this far before nightfall comes. Now, y'all can.
Ooh.
What the fuck have I done?
You know, that's always something good to hear.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all have sailed. The entire day is gone. It is nighttime. The stars are starting to twinkle. Your imagination here. Y'all can still see everything probably, but shit, I edited token again. Over here, there's a light in the darkness, so you can see that island. There's a light in the darkness over here, so you can see this island. There's a light in the darkness over here, so you can see this island. The moon is giving all some dim light. Y'all can't see very well. Y'all
I
can
gotta find our corner.
y'all can try to keep sailing through the night, or y'all can stop, weigh anchor.
Goes down
I'll let y'all do a group consensus on
Well,
what you
y'all, since we've got, a full moon at our side and we've got lighted islands.
I wouldn't
I'd
say
say
full
let's-
moon. I would say probably about waxing full.
All right, well, it still sounds good enough to me. Not to mention, I'm the motherfucker driving and I've got night vision.
Yeah, and our drow can see very well in the dark as well, so he can always shout out to me and I can translate if he sees something.
Absolutely. I say let's go ahead and try to make to that main island. What do y'all say?
That's 2I.
That works for me.
That's 3I.
Let's do it to it, gentlemen and lady. Also, Thumbelina.
Your drow is more alert now that it is nighttime. He's kind of been like not sleeping but resting most of the day. So now he is assisting with your patrol. Your wench is now not necessarily sleeping because she doesn't need it, but she is up here at the captain's helm by the ballista. Keth is asleep, passed out. The bard has passed out. He's asleep. So the only people awake right now are going to be Carter, the drow, Thumbelina, because she is doing an active watch up on the crow's nest, and
Tiefling.
So y'all are going to carry on. You're going to get through most of the night pretty
Hello there.
pretty
Get
well.
him his
Now, I need a perception check from everyone who's paying attention.
Wow.
All right.
Alright. Perception.
But ding.
Oh, it's
17.
17.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm 16. My bad. I'm 16. He's
From the
17.
drow. Christina. Oops.
Oh, that's a.
Christina,
Yeah.
I'm going to have you do a perception check. I know I'm doing it for you, but I'm just telling you what you're doing.
Okay.
All right. So,
Looks like the wizards are doing good.
You're up, so I can get
yeah.
straightened out.
So
What about our drow? Does he need to roll?
he did roll. He rolled an 8.
Oh, I thought it said Keth.
It did. I haven't changed it.
Okay.
So, as y'all are going through this, and you're kind of going through the islands thanks to their nice little lit up torches and y'all's dark vision, and thanks to Carter and Gromley's excellent perception in the dark, you guys are going to be avoiding the sandbanks and reefs that are now starting to plague this. Now, I'm going to ask y'all again because the night's almost over. The sun is starting to maybe be up in a couple hours. Y'all are here. Oh, shit. I didn't take the rest of y'all. Oh, shit. There we go. I have at thee again, and I give y'all the option of resting or continuing.
Well, let's go ahead and take that rest.
Jordan?
I think we should stop here and rest. Might also confer with the drow, see if he knows anything about what appear to be more drow over on this island. Because I'm going to assume that we're close enough to be able to see it.
Well, here's the thing. I know it's not apparent, and I'm keeping it large because y'all are actually on it. But and during combat, it'll be in effect. But remember, the boat's only like this big.
Mm. Yeah,
So
but
y'all
still,
are-
that's only like
Basically,
what,
just
100
think of us
something
being
feet?
sitting right here at
So-
the back.
If it's 40 feet, we're gonna multiply that by 10, and we're gonna say it's about 400 away.
Okay.
So I gotta go back to this, and I gotta put Kath back on the ship because he fell overboard. There we go.
Damn
So
drunken orcs.
I'm still passed out. I'm gonna drown.
And we're going to
so
let you.
Keth is recovering from his day full of binge rumming it up, and he's.
Good job to care that I'm in the water.
You're not in the water. It was my mistake. I had accidentally put you. I was just joking.
But yeah, let's definitely take that rest because we don't know what this island holds and we need a good rest.
Yeah, so y'all are gonna go ahead and drop anchor. And the anchor doesn't fall very far. It falls probably 20, 30 feet before y'all hear it crunch into some reef. Kind of reverberates through the ship a little bit. But y'all are gonna go ahead and do whatever y'all want to do. I assume y'all are hungry. I'm not trying to tell y'all what to do. I'm trying to slowly introduce y'all to role-playing party immersion stuff.
Have I already purified the snake we got?
Because of his survival skill, it came. He skinned it well. It just needs to be cooked. I can assume that you may have left it out to maybe like air dry because of the salty wind.
Are you kidding me? We don't need to salt it like that. Hey, Carter the Flamer, you got that shit cooked, right?
The computer's gonna shut off at 10%.
I like to see the Gromley's pants on fire.
You like to what?
I'd like to light the seat of his pants on fire.
There's no need in that. I will block that shit. I am fireproof, bitch.
He is fire resistant.
Well, I'm not trying to hurt him. I'm just trying to send a message.
All right. So he's gonna a little tough to flame is gonna pop up on your ass as you're telling him to cook the meat.
All right, I got you.
He's like, shots fired. This is fighting words, man.
You know what? That's quite all right because I've got that shocking grasp. I like to just go ahead and put a little bit of static charge right there between his eyes.
I guess I'm going to roll a saving throw on this.
All right.
What shall I roll?
Get a roll no saving throw. What the hell?
He did it at your clothes, whereas you're doing it at his body.
Let's see. What should I roll on this?
Well, there. That's what I just rolled.
Fucking actually attacked him. No tags. PvP is set to false for right now.
All right.
But you can roll still. I would do a whatever your spell resistance is, probably charisma because you're a sorcerer.
Yeah.
Roll charisma.
I guess a 20 plus 3 then.
Yeah. Did you roll?
It's rolling now. 10.
You're rolling a 10. I'd say that's enough for you to get a jolt in between your eyes. Kind of like somebody sticking their finger in between your eyes to give you that weird feeling. Oh, you two.
Don't worry, Thumbelina. This is just what sorcerers do. We like to fuck with each other. It's all mutual. Am I right, Carter?
I'll cast Prestidigitation to make just the brightest light I can right in front of Red's eyes.
What the fuck, Over? All right, then I'd like to use Magic Hand to give him a wedgie.
Okay, I'll roll again on that.
Oh, I don't get a saving roll from Bright Lightus?
No, because it's right in front of your eyes. It's not actually on you.
You could do a saving throw on your recovery from the light.
All right. And what the fuck do I?
And that would affect your mage hand on his wedgie.
All right.
Nat 20, bitch. Nat 20.
What did you do to him?
That was for my defense against his mage hand.
Nice. So you sit there and you clench your ass cheeks and no wedgies made.
I was hoping that maybe it would be so. Maybe my defense was so good that he was intimidated and gave himself a wedgie.
No, it doesn't. I didn't roll in that one, so go fuck yourself. Anyway, are we rested enough?
I still haven't heard from our resident orc popping up nude in front of Thumbelina's face or Thumbelina herself.
And also,
All
that
this
was
is
just my
going
defense
on.
for your shit. I still haven't got to do my shit yet.
While all this is going on, I slowly stumble up from below decks, see what's going on, shake my head, and say nope, and go back down the stairs.
Nope.
All right.
Smart orc.
I'm half human also.
Right.
Yeah, I get some food for myself and the drow, and I start trying to teach him a little bit of common while we're eating.
Okay. I would do
Yeah.
not a history, but maybe I'm gonna have him roll an intelligence against or with, and you do maybe I don't know, whatever you think would be best for that. Performance.
Performance?
I would say performance. How well you perform at teaching him.
Okay.
Oh,
5.
Not worth the shit.
You got a 5.
Yeah.
All right.
Because Red made me waste my nat 20.
Catch up for everything.
He rolls an 11. So
He learns how to say hi and where's the bathroom.
let's say he knows
There's an iguana in my shoe.
let's give him like
In Spanish.
he knows alert commands. He knows the basic hi, bye, and
Oh shit, watch out.
oh yeah, oh shit, watch out. Whatever words that would fit that.
He knows how to swear in common.
Fuck yeah.
So John Cena. Do, 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 John Cena. Fucking hear that shit in the background. So you're just sitting there eating. We're gonna say some short time has gone by. Thumbelina, nobody's heard anything from Thumbelina. Nobody sees her. She's up there in the crow's nest, silent AF.
You know what? I would like to send my hooker, Lady of the Night, up to the crow's nest to check on Thumbelina, see how she's doing. And then also bring her a sandwich from the meat that we have got. Because there is nothing in this world that makes somebody smile than a hooker with a sandwich.
Does it have mayo on it?
Well, that just depends on what Thumbelina wants.
She says mayo. She
All
likes
right.
her some.
All right. So your hooker, as
Lady of the
delighted,
Night.
your lady of the night, as delighted as she could possibly be, makes a sandwich out of fucking, I don't know, coconut husk and naga meat, and takes it up here to Thumbelina.
I think there should be a check roll here to see if she uses the special mayo.
All right, what kind of check?
Say intelligence.
Oh my god. Okay, let me roll.
No.
It's my lady after all. Where is what the fuck?
Well, it'd be using her intelligence, not yours. So you just roll a d20.
Halfway. I love you. Interesting mayo choice.
11.
All right.
Looks like it's just clean mayonnaise, you sicko.
It's just plain mayo made from naga eggs. So she's gonna take it up there, and she's gonna find Thumbelina crawled up into a little ball, as much as her armor will let her, sleeping in the crow's nest, doing a hell of a good job. And your lady of the night is going to caress her on her face, and then put the sandwich in front of her.
Does Thumbelina wake up at all?
And that's up to
Where's
Thumbelina.
mayo?
Thumbelina! A short stack.
She wakes up.
She wakes up. She sees.
She says thank you.
Thank you.
She eats the sandwich.
And it's the
And she goes back to bed.
She goes back to bed. All right.
Really?
Her job done. The lady of the night goes back to your side and continues to smile.
Oh, I'm liking this.
So a couple hours passed. Everyone's eaten. Keth is still below decks. I want y'all to roll our perception for me. Everyone roll perception.
17.
12. 17.
I've got 17.
Ah.
Jordan has 12.
Oh, we
Okay,
both
so
rolled at the same time. I just saw the one at the bottom.
Okay, so I need to do the drow. The drow is still up top.
Yeah, he's with me.
He rolled a 9. Keth is underneath, so he doesn't get to roll. Thumbelina is passed out, so she doesn't get to roll. Belisarius.
Good job keeping a lookout on things.
Belisarius is awake now, so he's gonna roll a 6. Nobody notices this weird ass sound except for Gromley, and it's kind of like a deep throaty like
Deep
frog.
throating.
It's like a deep throated frog croak.
Oh.
Hey guys, did y'all hear that noise?
Everyone else looks at you and says nope.
I wake up.
Either we have some really big fucking frogs, or we may need to man positions like now.
After hearing him say that, can I do an investigation check to see what it was?
You can.
God, don't net one this shit.
Investigation.
9.
9.
You try to think if you had heard anything. You're not too sure.
Can I see if it's evil or not?
Want to do no
What I
good?
want
You've
you
got
to
2
do-
sorcerers and a drow.
What I want you to do, since you were asleep, let's do. I guess I'll go ahead and do a perception check for you, and this is going to decide. No, you rolled a 5. So you're not alarmed. You're not worried about anything.
I guess when I do my investigation, could the drow see something is going on and do an investigation as well?
Sure.
Fuck.
God damn.
Um,
I can definitely tell you 2 are friends.
did the drow do a perception?
I don't think so.
Okay. Let me do a perception for the drow. Fuck. Okay, so nobody noticed anything except for Gromley, and he hears the croaking, and he's coming out of the water. It's gonna be these frogs, these giant frogs. They're probably about a little bit bigger than your tiefling sorcerer, but they're on the land. They're not in the water. They're just sitting there staring at you and croaking. The croaking is getting louder and louder, and more and more frogs are coming out of the water. They're kind of just looking at your boat. And I'm gonna say by now, everyone is awake and on deck and is aware of this shit. Gromley, though, since you rolled a 17 on your perception,
Yeah.
you're gonna notice that the anchor chain is kind of moving a little bit.
Oh shit. Hey guys, get that fucking anchor up now. Or you and me, let's get it. Go.
On it.
Can I do an intelligence check to see if these are hypnotoads? Because if they are, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Hey, can me and the orc roll for a strength check to see how fast we get that anchor up?
Yes, y'all do. You do a strength check. I'll do a strength check for him, and then
16.
16. Y'all get that anchor up, lickety split.
Then let's hurry up and get to that fucking island and get the hell out of this water.
All right. So y'all are going to take your positions back onto your operating stance as you're moving on this boat. Let me select everyone again so I don't fuck it up. And then y'all start moving towards the main island, since that's kind of like the only path y'all have taken. And not going towards the island, but more like away from it. Oh, and then I'm not moving again. Hold on.
Fuck are those things?
Yeah, I guess on my check to figure out what kind of toads these are, would that be like animal handling or nature or
Let's do nature.
nature?
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So what you're going to learn from these toads is that they're not hypnotoads, but you're going to notice that they are scavenger toads.
So there's something definitely here that's gonna want to try and kill us.
Yeah, you don't perceive these toads themselves as a threat, more like something else.
So basically, we could tell that them being scavenger. Well, he could tell them being scavenger toads. They eat off leftovers, bones.
Yes, and their croaks are getting to be maddeningly loud, and as y'all are starting to go away, y'all feel a bump and a against the side of the boat. And let me just check and make sure the boat has health. Your boat is going to lose, let's say, 25 health.
Fuck.
Shit, we need to get ashore now, gentlemen.
You went from 250 to 225.
How much health does this boat have?
250. Yeah, it's 225 health now. Let's go ahead and let's move y'all a little bit closer. Let's see how far away y'all are from the island, from the bow. Y'all are about 250 feet away from the island now. So y'all are 250 feet. Let's move y'all another 100 feet. And that's gonna move fucking everything else.
Can we even make anything out on those islands yet?
You are getting close enough that you can start to make out what the shapes and everything is on the island.
Thumbelina, do you see anything from the crow's nest? Do you see anything in the water below us that made that horrible thud?
She wants to do a perception check.
All right. She rolls an 8. She sees a big black shadow, but that's about it. It is not hitting the boat, but it is going back and forth underneath the boat over and over again.
Okay,
She
I want
say
to
let
use.
her-
I want
I
to
was
use.
gonna say I want to see if we can park it right here.
Hold on.
She
Well-
wants to use her spell to see if it's evil or not.
Of course.
What I want to do is use prestidigitation to try and make a clone of a human that's kind of like splashing in the water, see if that attracts whatever this creature is to come up and surface.
Grass one.
Yeah, I can also do that. Grass one. That would be better than prestidigitation, I guess.
Because prestidigitation would make the appearance of something splashing, but it wouldn't actually splash.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, I'll use the grass wand to make basically a, I guess, seaweed human splashing in the water.
Very dense, so therefore it seems chewy.
Well, I want it to be dense, but also very hard with the limbs being pointed, so if it tries to eat it, it stabs itself in the mouth.
This is about the closest thing I can find real quickly without searching too much. Does that look like a good place right there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that thing's gonna drop into the water, and Christina is gonna say that she sees it going across the boat towards the thing that's now splashing and floating in the water. And let me pull up my asset.
Does Christina have something that she can talk to animals or something like that?
Let me see.
Not likely. She's not a druid.
No, she's not a druid, but she might have something. She does have no. I mean, she could if she wanted to use divine sense, but she can only use that once every long rest.
Carla?
Do you want to do that, Christina?
What's
Divine sense.
Give me a second.
Yeah, divine sense. Basically, you notice strong evil as if it was a noxious odor, and you will notice divine good as if it is the sweetest smell you've ever had.
Yeah, she wants to do it.
Okay. So, Thumbelina, you are going to use your divine sense.
And I'm back.
You are going to gag.
That doesn't bode well.
Y'all, whatever this is, it's bad.
She says, y'all, whatever this is, it's bad.
Did I say let's get the fuck out of the water ASAP?
Alright, hold on.
Was it going after my bait at all?
It is going after your bait. Hold on. I gotta buy another token real quick. There we go. I fucking bought that shit. Alright. So what you're gonna see this whole thing come splashing out of the water. And it's gonna take your grass, little man, and it's going to start going after it like crazy.
Motherfucking Kraken.
Okay, it's on the surface. Let's attack it.
Roll initiative. And I'm gonna give this Kraken. Let's say it takes 10 damage from your sharp, pointed, dense, fake human.
I roll 7.
Plus, what's the plus for?
Because I get a bonus of 4 on my initiative check.
What you can do, when you're on your character sheet, you can go to.
Well, I was typing it out because when I tried clicking initiative on my character sheet, it came up with some kind of an error.
I don't know. Okay, yeah, it's giving errors. All right, so Belisarius gets a +5 to his initiative.
Since the Kraken is distracted with my bait, technically, wouldn't we get like a free round on it?
You get a free round on it.
All right.
Belisarius got a 7 with you.
Okay.
I don't want to know what my extra is, so I'm having hell trying to pull up my goddamn character sheet again.
You're the only person whose character sheet I don't have pulled up. I'm sorry.
No, it's all gravy.
It's probably gonna be something like a +3 or +4.
I will give y'all some information on this Kraken real quick. That y'all do see that it is slimy. It is not the plated armored class.
Excellent.
You have +0 to your initiative, Gromley.
Okay, that makes it easier to deal with then.
So go ahead and roll your d20.
Oh, damn it. I've pissed off the computer. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Low rolling bunch here.
Yeah, I know. Oh, there we go. That's why I can't add a roll. There we go. Hold on. All right. So red rolled a 5. Are you gonna keep your prostitute out, or are you gonna dismiss her?
I want to dismiss her for sure.
She can't die, but she can be disappointed. Carter, you rolled a 7, right?
Yes.
And then Belisarius rolled a 7.
I'm definitely that mother.
And then Carter, you can go ahead and roll for your drow.
That motherfucker got a nat 20.
Okay. He's doing a good job. He do good job. Keth gets a +1 to his initiative. Brandon, you're rolling initiative right now. I'm doing it for you. You rolled a natural 20.
All right. Nice.
So the drow and Keth get to go first. Watch the orc in his hungover self is going to jump off the boat or something.
I do have that sword.
You do have
Hopefully
that.
it'll kill it fast enough before it eats me.
I don't think you're going to swim close enough to it, though.
Yeah. I'll probably get tired and swim back to the boat.
The maiden.
Might try manning the ballista.
Hell yeah.
Because that
only
thing does a
person who gets to
fuckload of
roll
damage.
now is Thumbelina. And Thumbelina gets a. What's Thumbelina get? She gets a +3 to her initiative. Holy crap, what a paladin. She gets a 13. Alright, Kraken's gonna roll initiative now.
I thought we got a surprise attack since he's occupied with the grass.
He's next turn,
Oh.
but he's still he rolled a 1 anyways, so critical failure for him.
So do we get 2 free turns on him?
Sure.
You're gonna need them.
Yeah.
No shit.
Alrighty. So you get 2 free turns on this Kraken while he's dislodging this bamboo man from his mouth. Good thing you did that Arcana on your wand, right?
Mm-hmm. So does he also take damage from the bamboo spikes stabbing him in the mouth?
He did. He took 10 damage, but it doesn't seem to be bothering him too much.
Fuck.
All right then.
It's the Drow's turn.
Okay, I think the drow is going to run to one of the 2 ballista and man it.
Let's see the range on his movement. He can move 30. Yeah, he can move there. Put him on the ballista. And he's got to do a He is going to hit the Kraken. Let's do 1d12 damage. Actually, let's do. Yeah, we can do a run d12. He's gonna do. Oh, Thumbelina is. He's gonna do 7 damage to the Kraken. So that Kraken now has a nice big ballistae harpoon sticking out of its head, but it's still working on the bamboo man. Keth, it is your turn.
How long will it take me to swim to the Kraken?
Don't do it.
He's gonna Jack Sparrow this shit.
Hey, he's gonna get eaten, then we have to go to the fucking afterlife to get his ass back.
I swear to God, Orc, don't do something stupid. Just stay on the fucking boat and shoot from the free fucking arrows in the back.
Hey, man, I'm drunk. I gotta get in close. Otherwise, I'll never hit shit.
Hey, how's this sound? Why don't you jump on one of those flying arrows at him so it don't take you so long to swim?
You will not make it to him in one turn. Actually, no, wait. Rogues, I think, will get a movement boon.
Fuck.
Hold on. I mean, if he wants to do it, he gets to do it. This is part of the thing people doing stupid shit.
I swear
Hey,
to God,
I think it's only appropriate. I'm drunk. I'm mad because I got woken up. I'm kind of pissed off.
Don't do that Leroy Jenkins shit.
All right. You get a cunning action. You can dash. You can double your movement speed. So if you want to, you can move to the Kraken.
I want to move to the Kraken. Can I attack too?
You can attack.
I'm so
All
throwing
right.
acid splash.
Attack it with the Nagas sword. Since it's all slimy.
I can't wait to see what kind of disadvantage roll comes from this.
Oh shit.
Trying to use a sword in the ocean.
This is what's going to determine his disadvantage. I don't even know what kind of check to make you do against this.
Reality check.
Yeah.
Athletics. Athletics, dexterity.
I'm gonna have him do an insight check. Okay, guys. All right, good sir. You rolled under a 10, so
You're not the smart.
You lost your sword.
no,
Oh no. No.
The sword sinks to the bottom of the ocean.
no.
And you cry and cry because you never got that knife kill.
What's it called?
Stupid.
No. Ah, fuck. I can't fucking think of what it's called right now for my library asset. All right, so what you're going to notice now that you're in the water and you're swimming through these tentacles to make a swing at the Kraken, you're going to notice that the Kraken's tentacles have teeth on them.
Barbs.
Hey guys,
No.
this thing's got teeth on its arms.
Not barbs, teeth.
Oh shit.
So, I
Dumbass.
want you're
I'm
gonna
sorry,
attack,
this is a bad idea.
you're gonna attack with this okay. You're gonna attack with your longsword. Oh dude.
Dude.
You rolled a natural
Man.
1 on your damage. So you do hit the Kraken. You're going to do 4 damage to it.
But you fucked up and you hit it with the back of your sword due to the swim making you stupid.
Harry hits
That's right.
himself as well.
God, he better not.
Let's do this. And it resists your poison.
No.
On top of that, since you are tangling with these tentacles that have teeth, you're going to take 4 damage.
Hope you're
How
happy.
much total health do I have?
You have 17 health. Mind you, this is the teeth on the tentacles, not on the thing itself.
Yeah, not after Kraken.
All right. Well,
So you have 17 health, and you're going to take 4 damage. So you have 13 health.
13.
It is Thumbelina's turn.
She throws her javelin.
Throws her javelin. You know, she was 5 feet away from a skeleton, and she threw her javelin at it last game.
Pretty sure she missed.
She said she's 2 feet tall.
She's like 2 feet tall and like 30 pounds.
And the javelin's like 6 feet long.
We'll call it a halfling javelin.
halfling.
She is going to hit the Kraken with her javelin from her crow's nest, and it's going to take 5 damage. I want to remind y'all do have inspiration, so you can use that to re-roll anything you want to. I know it's a bit of hindsight because of what you just went through, Kath, but I remembered now, so I'm going to tell you.
What?
Belisarius, it is his turn.
You can re-roll to get a better roll using inspiration.
Is that for the whole game?
Belisarius is
Is that for the whole game or per turn?
Let's see, what spells does he have? He's got Identify, Comprehend, Cure Wounds, Detect Magic, Disguise Self, Mage Hand, Message, Message. He is going to use his longbow. Jordan, remind me what happens when it matches AC.
I think usually Ty goes to defender.
Okay, so he is going to shoot. Belisarius, the High Elf Bard, is shooting from the bow with his longbow. It is going to hit the Kraken, but slide across its skin and out into the ocean, doing no damage to it. Carter, it is your turn.
I'm going to cast Magic Missile on it.
Do it. Since this is a large creature, I would encourage and I would appreciate. You don't have to do this, but if you want to, you can hit specific parts to try and see if you can not disable it or do stuff.
Go for the eye.
I think I'm going to aim for its mouth.
All right, so you're going to aim for its mouth. You hit it.
The big mouth.
First roll did 7.
Okay.
Second did 5.
Natty 1.
And third did 8.
All right. So you have shot all 3 magic missiles at this Kraken's mouth. Its tentacles and teeth and beak and whatever the fuck it has for a mouth are sitting there in pretty much in shambles. It is now ignoring the bamboo man and looking straight at your boat. It has not noticed the orc, though. You do still have movement, Carter.
I'm going to stay where I'm at.
Okay. Gromley, it's your turn.
All right. This being a rather large and big, batty, tough motherfucker, I would like to go ahead and put on my magic ring of badassery.
Is. And that gives him, what, double damage on his spells?
Usually it's either double damage or double duration.
Okay. When you put on the ring, you're going to hear be summoned from the wind.
Okay.
Sounds like the hooker's done.
All right. Go ahead, roll my spell.
Yes, roll your spell.
Yeah, I want to hit that motherfucker with magic. And don't I also get an extra something else because the hooker made me all feel all
You get
magical and
plus 2
happy
to
inside?
charisma.
All right. Charisma don't do shit. Oh,
Charisma is your spell modifier.
yes, it is. All right, I'll cast my spell, and then you could just imagine the plus 2, right?
No, doubles your damage, so you're gonna do 28 damage. Every time a magic missile leaves from you, you hear ah, ah, ah.
All right.
All right. Your magic missiles, souped up Super Saiyan 9, are go flying through this Kraken completely. He has 3 holes now in the majority of his meat.
Excellent, excellent.
It is the Kraken's turn, but since he was fucked up from the Bamboo Man, the most he can do is kind of flail around. As he's flailing around, Keth is going to take another 1d4 damage.
Yep.
That's what you get for the stupid.
I am drunk. Couldn't help it.
2. Wow, you lucked out there.
So you have 11 health now, dude.
You might want to try and start swimming back.
It's not his turn yet. It's almost his turn. It is now the Drow's turn
Drow's gonna shoot the Kraken again.
with the ballista.
Yep.
All right. He hits it. That ballista, what did we say? 1d12 damage?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. What did I do?
I have no idea. You divided. What the hell? How do you divide a D12?
Oh, okay. He's going to get a 12. So that thing is going to take a nice big. That ballista is going to go flying out. It's going to lodge itself real deep into the side of that Kraken. It is almost dead, guys.
Good.
Yeah.
Don't fuck up this round. Keth,
You've only got 11 health left.
You have 11 health left. What are you going to do, Rogue?
How much does the Kraken have left?
You don't get to know that.
Oh.
He's like, I don't know. What do I do, man?
Hey.
He's like I'm already
So
in this.
at this
slapped
point-
around by a Kraken, I've sobered up and realized I need to get the fuck back on the boat. So I start swimming towards the boat as quick as I can.
I'm going to have you roll athletics because you are still in this thing's craw.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I did acrobatics. Oops. Never mind. Athletics, you rolled a
Sweet.
20. So you are going
I'm
to...
back on the boat.
You are going to get away from this Kraken without taking any more damage. And you fucking barely manage to crawl back onto the boat. And
I get back on the boat. I say, well, that was fun.
yes, and I'm going to end your turn.
Okay.
Christina.
Thumbelina.
Oh, she wants to throw her javelin.
You know what? I think that might have been her last javelin. Last turn.
She's sad now.
Now I gotta see how many she had. She had 5, and I think she used 4 last game, and now she's used her last one. She can use Divine Oh, it's melee. She can't really do anything this turn. You know what she can do? She can go and heal you.
Hell yeah. Have her heal you.
Yeah, yeah.
Christina, do you want to get out of the crow's nest and heal him?
That's a yes.
Okay. So she's going to get down. Oops, not on top of him, not off the boat. Whatever.
Whatever.
Let me open this back up. Let's do. Heal bonus +4. She's gonna heal you for 4 hit points.
That's better than nothing.
So you go back. You go from 11
15.
to 15. All right, Belisarius. It is his turn again. He is going to say something witty about hitting this Kraken this time, and he's going to use his longbow again. He's going to roll a natural 20 and crit this guy for 12 damage. This Kraken is bleeding from all of its orifices, all of the holes that y'all have given it, but it is still alive. The frogs that are south of y'all are going absolutely mad.
Why the fuck are they getting mad?
Those are scavengers.
They're scavengers.
They want to eat it.
They want to eat it.
They can tell something's about to die.
That's right. Carter the Mad, it is your turn.
Magic missile it again.
All right, do it.
Versus 7.
Why am I in a yellow box?
You're in timeout.
Second is 6.
It's in a yellow box because you're hovering yourself on the turn order.
Okay.
And third is 7. So total 20 damage.
All right, so you overkill this. You overkill this Kraken basically.
I murder everything today.
You did. It took. It is now negative 18 health. It had 2 health before you started your turn.
Wow.
Guys, I want y'all to know this thing started with 110 health.
Man.
And the only one that got hurt was the dumbass.
Yep.
Yes.
The Kraken really didn't even know I was there. That's how bad it was. He wasn't even purposely trying to hurt me.
It was an accidental injury. Accidental injury from a total complete enemy, yeah.
You might be able to get compensation from your employers.
No. He's doing this so he doesn't have to swim home.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So the Kraken dies. I'm going to handhold here a little bit, and I'm gonna say, sorcerers, roll me. Roll me your choice of nature, medicine, arcana, or insight.
I'm going with Arcana.
I think I'm going to go with insight since that's got my highest boost there.
Got a 6.
14.
All right, so Carter the Mad, you are going to sit there with your power-hungry mind that you have, and you're going to remember that Krakens have a very nice pearl inside their skulls that, when harvested, can be used for magical rituals or sold for a high price. But somebody's going to have to go in and get it, and all the frogs are now starting to swim towards the Kraken. So you have a choice of trying to go after nice shiny loot or letting it be devoured by shit-eating frogs.
Hey, I tell you
Ships
what.
in the water.
You can also tell your party this and try and maybe convince somebody to do it.
I want that pearl.
Hey, listen. How about this? I'm still wearing the ring. Am I not? Or is it only good for one shot?
Now that you're wearing the ring, you realize that you cannot take it off and it is glued to your finger.
Lovely. But anyway, the ring is still active as far as my magic, right?
I need you to roll me 1d4. It is active for the next 2 weeks.
All right. What I was going to say is, how about if I throw acid splash out there? That right there, deter the frogs, melt part of the Kraken, making it easier to get to the pearl.
I run the risk of actually melting the pearl, though. Just remember last time when we did that acid splash, it melted fucking everything.
Yeah.
Plus, we can't move through it without getting burned
To
ourselves.
the water between the frogs and the Kraken, and it will dissipate down below, preventing them from swimming underneath it.
All right. How about if I do that then?
Sounds good.
And right now, dude, I've got that ring active. That motherfucker will really splash.
So you cast Acid Splash, and when you cast it, you hear
21. Doubled. We've got a good acid area. Frogs are deterred. Who's going in to get it? Hey, Orc. You got that longsword, don't you?
Yep.
You want to make up for your stupid earlier, don't you?
I want to cut something.
You want to cut something? Hell yeah, my man. Jump in there and grab it.
Me diving.
All right. He dives in. He gets over there. As you're hacking away at this, you're going to do a nature roll.
All right.
Save the bamboo dummy.
Or like, is he going to notice this softball-sized pearl as he's cutting through this thing? All right.
10. Right on.
All right, so you're sitting here, you're going through Kraken gore, you smell like shit, you taste shit. It's an awful smell, an awful taste. It's in your clothes, it's in your underwear, it's everywhere. But eventually you do.
So bad, anyways.
You do find the pearl, and you pull it out, and you make your way back to the boat.
I got it.
And now begins Jordan getting the pearl back. And I made Thumbelina twice as big for some reason. Hold on. I don't know how to make her smaller. I can't make her smaller.
She's compensating.
All right. So yeah, he's back on the boat, and he is covered in Kraken gore, but he has the pearl in his hand.
Heck yeah.
I guess I need to do some kind of check on it to see what kind of rituals it can be used for. Or do I already know what rituals it can be used for from the insight check?
You already know.
Okay. Oh, I guess we have a new arrangement then. Since you got the pearl for me, you get a cut of future loot. Instead of just getting a ride home.
Shower.
And a shower.
I smell much worse than I normally do.
If you want, you're more than welcome to jump in towards that acid. That would definitely.
I don't need that type of commanding power.
Right.
Appreciate the thought, though.
All right. So you now have this Kraken pearl, Jordan.
Well, come on, Carter. Let's see what she do.
It's up to him when he uses it and things like that.
Actually, I don't think I want to use it quite yet.
You also get the impression that it can be infused with your own magic to be reused,
Okay.
Ooh, like a battery.
like a battery. All right, so as you guys have been fighting this and the frogs have been sitting there screaming, y'all are going to finally notice this little shitty green guy screaming at y'all from the island.
Hey, y'all. I
Let's-
don't mean to be rude, but it's 1:15. I gotta get up for work pretty early.
Then we will end it with the guy screaming at y'all from the island.